The psalmist writes, "I seek you with all my heart, do not let me stray from your commands." Imagine you're the senior pastor of a growing church in a major UK city. Years and years of study, prayer and hard work are finally paying off. Then, the unthinkable happens. A fellow pastor strays from God and betrays your church, openly lying from the pulpit. It's not an uncommon story. But what if the fallen pastor is not just a colleague, but also your spouse? It happened to me. I'm Sophia Barrett, and this is my story. This video was inspired by Joel Adele's stunning lack of discernment. I can't believe this shit. Glyn, come here.
What's all the racket about?
Damn it, Glyn, what the fuck have you been doing?
Whatever it is, I can explain. I only need 2 minutes.
I'm not talking about your pornography habits, Glyn. I'm talking about your audacious Cambridge lie. It's getting out of control.
What now, baby? What now?
Check this out. Glyn Barrett lies to Audacious Church. The director's cut. It alternates back and forth between you and that preacher prick, whose story you stole off YouTube.
Fucking Joel Adele had to open his mouth like a fucking dumbass. He thought it would be so smart to pretend like the Cambridge debate really happened, even though I confided in him that I lied to Audacious Church.
That really took a stunning lack of discernment. Thanks a lot, Joel Adele.
Well, I'm not confessing, if that's what you're getting at.
Heavens no, Glyn. We'd lose everything. The last thing we can do is tell the truth to Audacious Church.
Let's just ignore it and hope it blows over.
Jesus. Are you here, Jesus?
Here I am, Sophia.
Jesus, why are you so far away?
It is not I who is far away. Why have you decided to stray from me, Sophia?
What do you mean, Jesus?
You didn't fall for Glyn Barrett's story about defeating the atheistic society at Cambridge University, did you?
Well,
Come on, everyone knows there's no such thing as an atheistic society.
What am I supposed to do, Jesus?
Seek me with all your heart. Do not stray away from my commandments.
Holy shit, Glyn, you were an animal last night.
Like a lamb led to the slaughter, I'd say.
Where'd you learn that one move?
Let's just say witnessing isn't the only thing we were doing during Whiskey Communion. On our motorbike ride through the Gobi Desert.
Thanks for meeting with me, Benny. This whole audacious lies thing is getting out of hand.
What do you mean?
Well, first of all, Glyn fucked up big time.
Yeah, well, we all know he's not the sharpest tack in the box, and something was bound to happen sooner than later.
It's really fucking things up for Audacious Church, though.
Like what?
First of all, have you tried Googling Glyn Barrett? Do it yourself. All the results link to stories and videos about his lie.
So, I don't see the problem here, Sophia.
Well, what am I supposed to do, Benny?
Just keep lying. Pretend like nothing happened. Make something up.
We both know Glyn lied though. Won't it come back to bite me later?
Sidestep Glyn's lane, and distract people from the video evidence by acting like Audacious lies guys are just a bunch of jerks trying to get attention.
Wow, Benny, that's great advice. I never thought of that before. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Sophia. I know this is difficult for you and Glyn. Don't worry about telling the truth, or those audacious lies assholes. Haha, you don't know who you're dealing with.
You can be such an asshole sometimes, you know that.
You just pissed that you're losing.
I'm not the one who's letting go, asshole. That was pretty unfair. She didn't even know that she wasn't really talking to Benny Perez.
Yeah, but how was she supposed to tell the difference?
I guess you've got a point there.
So, how did your talk with Benny Perez go?
It was really good. He helped me really shut down my conscience and even had some practical tips on how to deflect when people bring up the videos of you lying to Audacious Church.
Good, good.
He didn't even talk about God's law.
Wow, that's fantastic. How are you feeling about everything?
Much better. I have to confess I'm still a little nervous.
That's completely understandable. Why don't you talk to Levi Marichurch about it while he's still here in the UK?
You know, Glyn, I think I will. So, have you been enjoying your visit to Manchester, Levi?
It's a little cold up here, but other than that, I'm having a great time.
Do you mean cold compared to New Zealand?
Yeah, right. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, I've been having a lot of anxiety and trouble sleeping over Glyn lying.
I wouldn't feel bad about it.
Oh, don't worry. That's not the problem. I just don't want to get caught. Ever since Glyn told the story about debating the Cambridge University Atheistic Society.
Hee. Atheistic Society.
I know. Everyone knows there's no such thing as an atheistic society.
Well, what would Jesus do?
I know what Jesus would do, but that would be incredibly humiliating.
Alright then. WWCD.
WWCD, what does that mean?
It stands for What Would Cosby Do?
Levi, that's disgusting.
Come on, Sophia, just bear with me for a moment here. If you think about it, Glyn's predicament is just like Bill Cosby's, minus the rape part, of course. Everybody knows Glyn Barrett lies to Audacious Church, just the way everyone knows Bill Cosby rapes women. Now for the good news. Bill Cosby's not in prison. He just keeps ignoring everything with a shit-eating grin on his face while his proxies take side swipes at his accusers.
I see where you're headed with this, Levi. So, Glyn is just like Bill Cosby.
Right.
So that would make me.
Mrs. Cosby.
Well, that sounds less than ideal.
Not necessarily. Sure, Bill Cosby's wife knows he's a rapist the way you know Glyn Barrett's a liar, but she lives a pretty good life. She doesn't care about the women Bill Cosby rapes. Why should you care about the members of Audacious Church who Glyn lies to?
Oh, come on. If I cared about the members of Audacious Church, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. The real question is how to keep them from finding out the truth.
Just like Bill Cosby had all kinds of people covering up his rape, you and Glyn have all kinds of people who will help you cover up Glyn Barrett lying to Audacious Church. Just look at everyone who's covering up for Glyn now. Stuart Kerr, Paul Alexander, Rachel Ray,
DJ McPhail, Neil Smith, and Dave Sharp.
See, that's practically the entire board of directors. Don't forget the other pastors of Audacious Church like Jason Alexander and Mark and Emily Foster,
Becky and Joel Weaver,
Hannah Adkins,
Josh and Carly Cocker,
Paul Garner,
Paul and Emily Reed. Not to mention other pastors like Benny Perez, John Cameron, Sam Evans, Rod Plummer, Oystein Germain, Andreas Nielsen, and Gary Clark.
You forgot Joel Abel.
I wish I could forget Joel Adele.
See, there are plenty of people who are cool with Glyn Barrett lying to Audacious Church.
You know, you have a point, Levi.
Of course I do. Now remember, don't worry about what Jesus would do. Ask yourself, what would Cosby do?
Got it, Levi? WWCD.
That's the spirit. Don't worry about the truth.
Thank you, Levi. You have been so helpful. I have to go. Glyn's picking me up out front.
See you later, Sophie Cosby.
God damn you.
You already did damn me, remember.
Who do you think you are? Some kind of Screwtape Jr.?
You have to admit, I was pretty masterful just now.
I can't believe she fell for your stupid what would Cosby do routine.
Well, I can't believe Audacious Church fell for Glyn Barrett's embarrassingly fake story about defeating the Atheistic Society at Cambridge University in under 2 minutes.
Shut up. People won't stop praying to me about it. Do you know how embarrassing it is to have one of your pastors going around fucking things up for everybody else?
Come on, man, hold it together. You're losing, that's all. You win some, you lose some.
Well, it's still not over yet. I have one last thing to try. Waiting for the bus.
No, my husband should be picking me up any minute now.
He sounds like a nice guy.
He's very nice, thank you.
There's more, isn't there?
What's that supposed to mean?
Your husband is also a liar, isn't he?
I'm sorry, do I know you?
You don't recognize me.
No, I'm sorry, I don't. Have we met before? That's my husband right now. I'm sorry, I guess we don't know each other. Have a nice day. Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How was your coffee with Levi?
It was interesting to say the least.
How so?
You're not going to believe this, but he compared us to the Cosbys.
Ha ha. What would Cosby do, right?
Yeah, how do you know?
Just a lucky guess, I suppose.
And that is my story. This is my story about how I, Sophia Barrett, found freedom from truth, honesty and accountability. Through indifference and taking a page from the Bill Cosby School of Crisis Management playbook, I sleep like a baby despite knowing full well my husband lies to Audacious Church, and my church attacks strangers on the internet. It doesn't bother me one little bit.
Hi, I'm Jesus. You might recognize me from some of my films, like The Last Temptation of Christ and The Big Lebowski. Thank you for watching Sophia Barrett's Stray. Wasn't it fantastic? I couldn't stop laughing. Kudos to Audacious Lies. Those are my boys, you know. Do you remember the cafe scene when I'm talking to Deville? Levi Marishurch? Do you remember when my character says, "Do you know how embarrassing it is to have one of your pastors going around fucking things up for everybody else?" I really meant that. Every morning, thousands of well-intentioned pastors wake up before you do. And they do this to prepare for a day of serving you. Their hearts are filled with love, compassion and humility. Just because some pastors are bad people, it doesn't mean all pastors are bad. It doesn't matter if I'm real or not. It doesn't matter if I rose from the dead and descended into heaven. It doesn't matter what we proclaim. What matters is how we treat other people. What matters is that we love one another, as we love ourselves. Come on, Audacious Church, get with the program. All the cool lasers and fog machines don't mean a damn if your souls are corroding on the inside. If I'm Lord, you don't have to tell lies to trick people into believing in me. Martin Luther said the people who are coerced into conversion will come to hate their conversion. Plus, it just makes you look stupid. And if I'm just a story, then trying to be good is all we have. We have to treat each other fairly and work together to build a better world. Yeah, sure, I'm pretty pissed at Glyn Barrett right now. I haven't heard from him in a long time. He never calls, he never writes. What am I? Chopped liver. But how can you come to your Father when your own sin stands in the way? One of the problems with being omniscient is that I know who runs the misogynist Audacious Church sock puppet. And since I'm omniscient, I can also see into the future. It doesn't look good for this guy. Lots of prayers. It's not fun to walk around a church that's half women with a sign that says, "Creepy fat-shaming misogynist pig sock puppet," hanging around your neck. Women don't forgive as easily as I do. It doesn't look good for Glyn and Sophia Barrett, and I've been trying to get through to them for a whole year. By the way, since I know who the sock puppet is, I figured Grayson Jones might want to know, too. Because I'm omnipotent, I could just post it publicly on the internet. But don't be ridiculous. I've never posted on the internet before. Do you think I'd waste my first post on a fat-shaming misogynist sock puppet pig? Instead, I'd stream live video of me lifting Rick Ashley into heaven or something like that. There's been enough grief already, so I won't post anything publicly on the internet. Instead, at 9:30 this morning, I'll send a private direct Twitter message, also known as a DM, to one of your AOG pastors who is a really nice guy. Take it as a sign from me, God. So all of you AOG pastors at Stronger Together 2017, remember to check your Twitter right at 9:30, and then get the message over to Grayson Jones ASAP so he has time to confirm that name with the Barretts. If you don't see a message yet, keep reloading. If you don't have the message by 10, anybody, send a direct Twitter message to my boys at Audacious Lies. By the way, a few of my immature children really want to share the name of the sock puppet with the whole internet. He was a major dick to them, and they are crapping their pants with possibilities, not to mention that they have a little bit too much free will right now. So as your Father in heaven, I highly recommend you beat them to it. They think finding the sock puppet is worthy of an annual celebration. Yes. So act quickly. Besides, it should only take 2 minutes. Don't be stupid this time. You've had a jillion chances to get this right, and you keep blowing it. No need to ruin the party for others again. And, Glyn, Sophia, please get in touch. Give your old dad a call once in a while. It's been too long. I miss you. Come home. Follow the Audacious Lies Twitter account. They tell the truth.